So this is a get ready with me. I'm gonna discuss our camping trip with Talon and how things didn't go as planned. I have some new makeup to try. I'm trying out this e.l.f. palette. I am also trying out a new foundation, the Maybelline Superstay, and tried out this Pixie Glow Tonic. But please stick around and watch and listen to my story. Good morning. I'm gonna get ready to go have some brunch with some girlfriends, but I have just a little get ready with me. We went and took my son camping. It was our first time to go camping since we moved to Central Oregon, and it did not go as planned, or at least as I had it planned in my head. And it was for Talon's birthday. I'll put that on my screen. It's by Pixie. It's an exfoliating tonic. And I got some on my desk. Anywho, so super excited. We bought all this camping gear. We got sleeping bags. We got lanterns. We got little lights. But this camping trip was a disaster. And you know, now that I've been in our special needs journey for a while now, I can now, you know, deal with things that don't necessarily go our way and not sit in the space that, you know, this is just one more thing that we can't do. And you know, it's for Talon's birthday, but what I didn't think about was it was Talon's birthday, and I should have made it more about Talon and not about myself. You know, we should have planned that better. And you know, Talon, his favorite thing to do is to be on his iPad and stem on his iPad. And we couldn't do that because there was no Wi-Fi. Of course, there's no freaking Wi-Fi. It's camping. So, you know, that wasn't real thought out very well. We get to the campsite and, you know, we have a system for getting Talon set up when we know we're going to be in and out of the car. So we just leave him in the car because he can't be left alone, and we start unpacking. So, you know, get all unpacked, get all settled in. We start putting together the tent. Of course, me and my husband start bickering because there's no instructions. I'm like, it's a tent. We can figure this out. We've put together many a tents in our lifetime, so I think it's gonna be okay. So we put together the tent, and by this time we've put Talon in his stroller. That's our other kind of safe area for him to be in, is his stroller. So got him in his stroller, and we're setting up, and then I go to give him his iPad, and it just strikes me that, oh yeah, usually I would just make my phone a hotspot like we do on vacation, which we travel and take Talon pretty much anywhere, you know. Does it work out? Sometimes it doesn't. But that's when it hit me that, oh my gosh, we did not plan to not have any Wi-Fi, which seems so freaking ridiculous. Like, you're not kind of Wi-Fi camping. That's so silly, but we just didn't think about it. And then we didn't think about, well, if we don't have Wi-Fi, what should we do? And what we should have done was I've bought some of his favorite, YouTube is his thing, and I bought some of his favorite YouTube stuff. He loves signing times, but I bought some of his favorite YouTube things, and I should have downloaded it so that he would have it, but I did not. So I didn't have that. There was one app on there that Talon liked a long time ago, and I was like, well, this is just gonna have to work. Gave it to him. He wanted nothing to do with it. He was basically like, I'll just take nothing. And so we were like, well, you know, let's just unplug. Everybody's gonna be unplugged. Everybody's gonna be offline. So we're like, yep, that's just, everybody needs a good unplug moment. Well, that was working out pretty well. He was screaming, but not a constant scream, just a kind of like, not super happy about this. So we were like, sorry, bud, this is just, it is what it is. And we ate dinner. We went on several walks to kind of pass the time, which was good. Walked around. It was a beautiful area in Central Oregon, in La Pine. And we come back. It's starting to get chilly, but we're just kind of hanging out. You can hear Talon. He's chilling next to me. So we're like, you know what? Let's just call it an early night. So we give Talon his meds, and we're laying down. This concealer is so freaking light for me. Oh well. I'm just gonna be very, very, very brightened. So we give Talon his meds. Everybody takes their meds. Tabby at this point had already been laying down, and I give Talon Tripsone, which it is dire last resort if we give Trip's phone. He never lets Talon play on his phone, for good reason, because Talon has cracked screens. He has really done a number on our phones. But there's this there's one app that Trip has on there that Talon does enjoy playing with. So we gave that to him, and he kind of played on that for a little bit while he was like winding down. And I was like, why didn't we think of that earlier? But you know, neither here nor there. So he's playing on that, and all is good. He starts laying down, he starts getting tired, he starts, Tabby gets him settled with her, no big deal. So we're all going to sleep. So we're all going to sleep, and let me just tell you, I was not prepared for the amount of noise. And it was windy, and the tent, honestly, I haven't been camping, like roughing it, in a long time. So I think I wasn't fully prepared for that. So I can't really blame it all on Talon. You know, the last couple of years that we have been camping, we had a fifth wheel, you know, we really hadn't like roughed it camping in a hot minute. So so it was windy, and the water, we were right by this lake, the water was just rushing up on the shores. I'm like, are we at the ocean? That's how like powerful these seem, like these waves were coming. So that was kind of rough for me, because I was just like, damn, it's freaking noisy. But the campgrounds themselves was very, very quiet. So, you know, we didn't have, you know, people partying and going crazy. So that was good. So I finally kind of drift off to sleep, and it gets a little cold, so I was wearing just like a tank top, and I'm like, you know, it's getting a little cold. So I put on a hoodie and was instantly like, whew, okay, warm, I can get back to sleep. So I get back to sleep, and then I just kind of hear Talon off and on whimpering, or just kind of sounding a little uncomfortable, and I'm like, oh, I bet he's cold. But I thought, you know, well, he is next to his sister and he'll just kind of cuddle up. But so between our tent, like, really, it was so, the tent was so noisy that it seemed like somebody was trying to get in our tent, or Tawi was just rustling around on her sleeping bag. It just constantly, the sounds is just, but anyway, so I hear Talon, and about this time I look at my watch and it's like 3. I'm like, oh geez, this is not. Talon either goes to sleep and sleeps till about 6 or 7, or he's up, and once he's up, he's up. So I tried to go back to sleep, listening to him off and on. By the time 4 o'clock rolls around, he is up. So I get up with him and I give him some meds, his nighttime meds. And we go, I get him out of the tent, I get a pillow and blanket, and I bring him to the car. So we get in the car, because I mean, we can't chill outside. There's nothing for us to do really. So I grab Tripp's phone, because I knew that, you know, he was playing on it earlier. So we grab his phone, and I put him in the car, buckle him up. I go use the bathroom because I have a time to get back to the car, and I give him Tripp's phone, and he plays on it for a little bit. And then I am just kind of spread out in the Forerunner, trying to, you know, lay down or just relax a little bit. So Talon like throws the phone on the floor, and he's starting to get that way when he's a little bit tired. So I'm like, okay, he's ready to lay back down. So I grab him, we go back into the tent. It's like 4:30 or 5 at this point. And then I just put him on the air mattress with Tripp and I, which it's a queen air mattress. So if you, by this time, it's like, it's pretty crowded. So he falls asleep for a couple of hours. Like, he wakes up around 7. So he sleeps about 3 hours. But I'm just, at this point, I'm just so exhausted that I'm like, I can't do this. We had planned on having people come to our campsite and hang out, but I was like, nope, we are packing up this shit show and we're heading home. I'm not hanging out here another minute. I had enough. So then Talon and I go back to the car to hang out, to let everybody else, you know, try to get some sleep. And so we have breakfast in the car, and we had brought donuts. Just, we didn't bring a lot of stuff to cook and fix, so we just had easy stuff. So Talon and I'm having some iced coffee, and we're just chilling there, and I'm like, I look at the clock and it says 8:30. I'm like, okay, this is a reasonable time to get everybody up to tell them we are getting out of here. So I'm starting to like pack up stuff, and I wake up my husband, Trip, and I'm like, hey, we got to go. I am over this place. I am over camping. And he's like, no, why don't you, I'll take Talon, why don't you take a nap and regroup? I'm like, okay, maybe I'm being a little hasty. Maybe I should, you know, take a little nap. Maybe I'll change my attitude about things. Nope. I lay down and I'm like, nope, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. So, and it was funny because Trip straight called me out on this. I was wanting to stay two nights. We had paid for 2 nights. And of course, what does your husband do? He throws it right in your face. I thought we were staying for 2 nights. You wanted to stay for 2 nights. I'm like, well, that's before I was up with Talon for all morning since 3. So yeah, I'm done. I don't like this palette as much as I like this one, but you gotta give things several chances. So we're packing up, and we all decide that yes, it's a good idea to go home. And as much as I, hate to admit it, that really was an epic fail. We just really didn't think about what was gonna be best for Talon. So that's the camping story. We came home, unpacked. I got a nap, so I changed my tune. Wasn't so angry and pissed off and trying to throw myself an epic pity party. But yeah, it's just disappointing whenever you know, things just work out so much better when you don't have in your mind this, like Brene Brown says, the story that you tell yourself. We do have a special needs child, and just regular, typical things are extremely hard for us. And that's hard to, it's hard to admit. You want to pretend like everything, we can do all the things, and we can't do all the things. And I know that's fine, but it's a hard pill to swallow. It really is. But yeah, when you know better, you do better, like Maya Angelou says. She is a brilliant, brilliant woman. So we know to do better next time. But next time, I think we have decided that from now on, we won't be taking Talon camping until we can get or rent a trailer, or if we stay in a cabin. I think that's gonna be the easier solution. Go camping, we're gonna have to go camping by ourselves. Which, I mean, it was pretty ambitious for us to want to take Talon camping. I know a lot of, and for our experience, you know, it wasn't that bad comparatively, but you know, you don't want to downplay what happened. All right, well, thanks for hanging out with me and getting ready with me. This is the final look. My hair's still kind of wet from my shower yesterday. Thanks for getting ready with me, and I will see you next time. So here's a little check-in. The makeup has set really good. At first when I put it on, I felt like you could really see in my fine lines and wrinkles, but I think it stayed pretty well on my nose and my face. So might be giving that powder a thumbs up.